Hey, what's the name, Corazon? I'm a science fiction writer. I've just got another book to review, and I think the decision that I made is the same as exploring a rabbit hole. In the previous book, I reviewed a story about the life of a sex worker, and now I got a book that tells a story about a lovey-dovey teenage love story. So, who wrote this book? It's a beautiful young woman. She preferred to be called Say. I think that's enough introduction. We have to understand most writers are introverts, so we won't get any information unless they want to share it with us on their own. So what is this book all about? Now listen carefully. This is a story about four best friends who struggle with their own teenage problems. They're just high school students, but it's remarkably ridiculous because they have problems that even for an adult, it's really challenging to handle. It's so complex that I even think God must be hate them himself. Now allow me to give you a brief introduction about these kids. Let's start with Sunja. She's an introvert, taciturn girl. She didn't say much. That often makes people think that she's a rude person. She has a brilliant little brother named Bagas. They come from a broken home family. Her mother died of breast cancer and his father is an abusive person. He's in jail for robbery and domestic abuse. Even though she is just a high school student, she's living in a rent house with her brother. She's working in a restaurant to pay all her expenses. She's a responsible and independent woman at such a young age. The writer gave her a nickname, Poker Face. Helena is the opposite of Sunja. She's an easygoing girl, loved by many. She's the popular girl at school, but she has the most complex problem among her friends. You might not believe it, but she has branded bags in her closet. She's an orphan who's living in an apartment on her own, but where did she get the money? How did she pay her tuition? How about the apartment? How on earth she got the money? She's just a high school student. How on earth? And the writer gave her a nickname, It Girl. Just to be honest with you, I have no idea what's that even mean. The next person is Aris. He's a rich kid. His father is a successful property businessman. You can say he's coming from a wealthy family. If I'm not wrong, his mother was an actress. Seems like everything is okay, but do not let their public stance fooling you. This family seems like a happy family which looked up by many, but in fact, it's a dumpster fire family. You know, rich people problem, affairs and business. And his nickname is Mr. Perfect. My goodness. The next one is Erlanga. He is probably the smartest kid in the pack. His problem seems mild for me compared to his friends. His father is a soldier, so discipline is his middle name. He wants Erlanga to grow up to be like him, a soldier, but Erlanga has his own plan. He wants to be a successful writer. Yeah, you're not hearing it wrong, which is his father despises for obvious reason. Writers are broke. That's fact. And his nickname is, wait for it, an Ice Prince. Christ almighty, what the f... Let's get back to the story. Sunja. There is a reason why her nickname is Poker Face. Not because she loves play poker, but she's a victim of a bullying and a betrayal. She doesn't care about anything at her school. She didn't believe in a friendship. Until she met a girl named Helena. Despite Sunja's unfriendly gesture at her, it didn't stop Helena from trying to be friends with Sunja. There are some bad rumors about Sunja in the school, but Helena has her own theory. Sunja is a good person. It's not a hunch, but it's her intuition. In the school, Sunja known as the bully, the bad person, and her victim was Caramel. But how? How could a victim of bullying also accused as a bully? It doesn't make sense. The problem is, Caramel is not an ordinary student. She's also a popular girl at school, loved by many just like Helena. What happens if you bully a popular kid at school? The answer is simple. Everyone will hate you. So what happened? It's all because a school project. It's a school project drama between Bella, Caramel, and Sansa. Because Sansa has a job at a restaurant, she couldn't help but always went home after school. Meanwhile, her friends are staying to get the school project done. Of course, her friends didn't like it. Bella said if she keeps leaving and skips the group project, she will expel Sansa from the group. But Caramel has an idea. She suggests them to give Sansa her part of the school project so Sansa could get it done by her own. It seemed like Caramel is on Sansa's side. Sansa even thanked her, not knowing it was part of her evil plan. Caramel intentionally gave her the wrong subject. And of course, the day of presentation is a mess. Because of that, her friends hate Sansa even more. It's not stopping there. When she went to the restroom to console herself, she met Caramel, and out of nowhere, Caramel admitted that she did that on purpose. The reason was absurd. It's all because she's fed up with her. She hates the way Sansa behaves herself. A socially awkward girl who doesn't give a damn about anything. After proudly admitting her crime, Caramel used Sansa's hand to hit her face. Her lips bleed. She also used Sansa's hand to pull her own hair, which left a couple strands of her hairs on Sansa's hand. But before doing those things, she had already sent Bella a text message, asked her to come to the restroom. It's perfect. She has enough evidence and the witness to frame Sansa and immortalize her as a bully. The result? Sansa got suspended for 2 weeks and another 2 months to clean the warehouse. But that's nothing compared to the social sanction hated by the entire school. That's what happened in the past. Just too bad everyone believes the lies created by Caramel. The impact of her lies were devastating. Sansa trusted nobody ever since. Helena, on the other hand, didn't buy it. She trusts her gut and kept trying to be friends with Sansa. After faced with so many troubles, including got food poisoning from Sansa's food, she's finally seized her trust. So what happened was Sansa made a sandwich. It's just a normal sandwich, but with an almond sauce. But Helena has an almond allergic, and Aerys took her to the hospital, otherwise she would be dead. Now they are best friends. 4 of them. Sansa, Helena, Erlanga, and Aerys. They have a new plan to expose Caramel's true face, to expose her lies, to tell the world she's not what she is. A good, kind-hearted girl, loved by many, innocent girl, and teacher's favorite. Helena has some evidence about Caramel's secret life. Apparently, Caramel loves clubbing, drinking, smoking, and making trouble in the club. She has the photos of Caramel doing all those things. Even more, she caught Caramel was bullying another helpless girl, but too bad she didn't bring a phone with her to record the bullying. They have another plan after hearing Helena's story. They have to find the girl. It's quite a struggle, but they got her eventually. Her name is Zara. She's their junior. They visited her in a classroom, but got no result. She didn't talk. So they plan on meeting with her again on Sunday, but cancelled. Helena has to meet someone that day, and Aerys has to do whatever business he has to do. Instead of exposing Caramel's dark secret, Helena exposed herself to Sansa. The truth about her. She's a sugar baby, and her sugar daddy is a 40-year-old man named Roy. So that's explain her source of income. That's how she could afford those expensive branded bags and clothes. Interestingly, she's using an alias when she's with Roy. Jenny. Anyhow, that's not the whole truth. The reason she's becoming a sugar baby because of her grandma. Helena needs a lot of money to pay her grandma's bill. She's in coma, but it didn't stop the fact that Sanjay knew her secret. Helena felt the same and decided to stay away from Sanjay. It reminds me of Hariza from the previous book a little bit. He's doing things he hates for the sake of his siblings. Now it's up to Sanjay and Erlanga to continue their plan. So they met with Zara, and Zara told them the reason why Caramel is always bully her and the reason why she couldn't tell anyone about it. Eventually, Zara agreed to join with Sanjay to expose Caramel. The day has come. Their plan is simple. They want to set up Caramel using Zara as a bait. Sanjay and friends will follow them and record anything necessary. And if things go sour, they'll stop Caramel. But it didn't go as planned. But Zara braced herself to meet Caramel on her own. She's not going there empty-handed. She put her phone in recording mode and hid it in her pocket. And Helena tortured her. Everything was recorded, including her confession about what really happened between her and Sanjay 2 years ago. Before Zara had a chance to escape with the evidence, Caramel found out about the phone and snatched the phone from Zara. She deleted the video, which makes everything they've planned back to the square one. Something happened to Helena. She almost killed herself. It's all because she's depressed. Her grandma just died. Not to mention about her side job as a sugar baby. She's broken when Sanjay knew about it. There's another thing. Helena has a crush on Erlanga, but Erlanga likes Sanjay. These best friends have a quite complicated relationship. So it's like this. Aries likes Helena. Helena likes Erlanga. Erlanga likes Sanjay. Sanjay also has a feeling on Erlanga, but she knew her best friend Helena also likes Erlanga. Helena also has a feeling on Aries, but Aries has already engaged with a girl named Jasmine. Jasmine loves Aries, but Aries loves Helena. It went full circle. What happened was Aries' parents set him up with Jasmine long time ago without Aries' consent. The reason was to save their business. Out of nowhere, Helena surprised everyone with something that they depressingly needed. She has the video of Caramel bullying their junior, Zara. She recorded them by herself. The plan that they thought was gone now is being brought up back to the surface. The video will be played on a big screen at the school anniversary. That's perfect. Everyone, including the teachers, will know who Caramel really is. The plan worked like magic. Everyone was shocked when they watched the video. It was also went viral on the internet. The result, Caramel got kicked out from the school. And also the reason Caramel was bullying Zara because she likes a guy named Farrell. But apparently he's Zara's boyfriend. Things cooling down for a while. The bully is gone. The truth prevailed. Now everyone knows Sanjay is not a bully. Good for her. At this point, Erlanga and Sanjay are couples now. Helena also no longer a sugar baby because her grandma is already dead. I mean, that's the reason she's become a sugar baby in the first place. They thought everything related with Caramel has gone. But at the prom party, Aries got a message from Jasmine. It's an edited picture between him, Roy, and Helena. Out of nowhere, Caramel snatched the microphone from the DJ. She has a knife in her hand. She threatened to stab everyone who get close to her. The reason she came to this prom party is revenge. She has a killing list. The first person she wanted to kill was Farah. She's the person who uploaded the video on the internet. The next victim and also the main target of her madness are Sanjay and friends. In front of everyone, Caramel exposed Helena's secret. The proof is a piece of picture that she broke. It's the same picture that Jasmine sent to Aries a moment before, but the Lady Luck is on Helena's side. Not only she could get away from it, because nobody believes Caramel. Everyone also thought she's gone crazy. The school principal had already called the cops. They took her away, but actually, the mastermind behind all of this is Jasmine. It's a warning for Aries. If he keeps ignoring her, she would do anything to harm Helena. After the prom party incident, they have to face a new reality. Nothing lasts forever. After all, they have their own way. Each of them have their own dreams and their own fates. Aries has to go back to Singapore to live with his fiancée, Jasmine, and also is responsible to take care of their family business. Erlangga has to move to Yogyakarta and study there at the university. His dream was to be a famous writer. That's why he took a major in literature. Helena has to move to Bali. She will live there for a while to treat her mental illness. She heard voices in her head ask her to kill herself. Senja didn't go anywhere. She became a chef at a cafe in Jakarta. In the end, they have to walk their own way. They've been together for years. They've made stories and memories together. They were united by the education and separated by the future. But they've made a promise. They will meet once again in the future. Someday. Yeah, that's the end of the story. Let's talk about something else, shall we? What makes this book bad or good? Well, let's start from what makes it bad. The very first thing I want to point out is this book didn't show enough consequences for bad actions. I mean, Roy is literally a pedophile. He's been sleeping with Helena for years. He's also a married man and had an affair with an underage girl. He's getting away with everything, not even the cops. He should be jailed just for having a relationship with Helena alone. And all the characters in this book mostly are underage, but the book shows some of them smoking, drinking, and even clubbing. This is not a good example for the underage readers. It seems like smoking and drinking is a normal thing to do. It's not clear who is the real main character here. At first I thought it was Senja, but it's not. It was 4 of them. And also it has too many unnecessary scenes from my perspective. Too much fillers, but it works for the teenage readers. After all, this book is a Teenlit, so it meant for the teenagers. Now, what makes it good? It shows us how a friendship could help us through anything. If you stick together and believe on each other, even the harshest storms means nothing. And also, for some reason, it makes me feel a little bit nostalgic. I was there once, a high school student. Well, not just me, but all of us. I've been through some stupid drama in high school, just like them. I feel embarrassing just by thinking of it. The plot was simple, but the filler scene makes the story somehow interesting. Yeah, I think the best part of this book is when finally Erlangga revealed to Senja that he is the writer of her favorite novel. Also, another best part is one of Erlangga's novels is titled Be Happy. It's literally the same with the novel wrote by Sei. Could it be this entire story is actually just Erlangga's imagination? Who knows? It would be one of the greatest plot twists in this genre if that really happened. Well, I think that's all I got for you today. If you want to know more about the writer, I put the link on the description so you can follow her account. Anyway, thanks for watching.